Next up, Andromeda Strain.
Mm-hmm.
Great recommendation, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I think that movie's very, very good. They remade it, and I watched it because I'm thinking I loved the original.
It's a TV series, right, or a movie?
Well, I guess it was a TV series, but I think they also did a remake of the movie. Yeah, and I'm like, what? I mean, just didn't have it. You know?
This is one that it's so well done.
Yeah.
Like, there's no need.
No.
And I get that's almost always the case, but like...
Yeah, it's...
Dude.
Yeah, well, they're trying to recapture the magic, or you know, it's... I don't know why they do it. It's because the story's written. And it's like, well, the story, it's a really good story.
People probably remember the title.
Yeah, but...
They're like, oh, I saw that, let's watch it again.
Yeah. With new people, and...
It's like when they redid The Thing, and I'm like... looking back now, I'm like, why the fuck would you ever do that?
Well, it was a prequel, wasn't it?
No, it was like the exact story.
Wasn't it Norwegian people though?
Yeah.
Well, the Norwegians, if you remember the actual...
Oh, no shit. Is it really a prequel?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe I will watch it then.
It's not worth it, but...
Oh. I thought it was just...
There's an American girl.
She was an American girl.
With all these Norwegian dudes.
That just writes itself.
Yeah.
That could have went a completely different direction.
Yeah.
We were going to have fun until aliens show up.
But it was a prequel because it hit
that
the
makes
Norwegian
sense. Yeah, because they're like running towards them, like, dude.
And then I think the ending is where the dog gets away because that's the beginning of
3.
No.
Oh, of the beginning of the next
thing.
one.
The
Yeah,
real
yeah,
one.
yeah.
For the sombrero one.
Yeah, Mr. Sombrero. I liked...
What's that for? You're going to wear it. It's a sombrero. I know. We think it's
your
cool.
big scene's coming up. It was really reminiscent of 2001 in some ways, especially the station with the 5 levels and everything's color coded.
Oh, yeah.
When they first get there and they're in level 1, which is red level, that reminded me so much of 2001.
All the decontamination and went through and so forth.
Yeah, because you have the circular structure of that floor, all the floors, but the red suits too remind you of the main guy whose spacesuit was red.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, I like that.
Had 2 really good actors in it. Arthur Hill was one of them.
One of them looked familiar to me.
James Olson. I think it was probably Arthur Hill. Now I would think dead now, but he always very respectable actor, good actor. So him and James Olson were and then this Kate Reid, she was the one who got
She had the glasses and the seizure.
Yeah, she had epilepsy.
Her performance was probably the best.
It was good.
If I had to give an award to someone... Ooh!
Special effects actually were pretty good for the time.
Special effects were good for the time. Just really quickly.
I don't remember. What were they doing when they were in the core? I did see it, like I said, but I saw it a very long time ago, and I remember it pretty well.
With the
laser
nuke?
trying to...
Oh, yeah.
It was going to set off a nuke to neutralize the virus.
Okay, so he had to go through the core, which is where the nuke is.
Okay.
And it's set up centrally so that it will just explode up and kill every level. But that was the only way for him to travel from level 5 to... He ended up going to level 3 because 4 was locked. Because the contamination thing blocked them off completely, so the place to put the key.
Okay.
He had to go that way to actually access a key station. But back to Andromeda Strain, best performance I would give to the girl. Speaking of that scene, though, where he's getting shot by lasers, that reminded me of James Bond. It was the only sequence that I thought was actually lacking of the entire movie. Everything up to that point, I'm like, this is just he didn't super well done.
He was woozy and he got struck a few times. You didn't dig it?
I didn't hate it, but up until that point, it was so grounded, and it's the red. It's like the bomb under the table. It's literally a bomb under their feet. Mm-hmm. Have you heard that phrase? It's an Alfred Hitchcock phrase.
No, I never heard.
What is suspense? He's like, there's a bomb under the table that is gonna go off, and none of the characters know. That's suspense.
Okay. Oh, but the audience knows.
Yeah, the audience knows.
That's some kind of irony. Dramatic irony, maybe.
Traumatic irony?
Not traumatic, no. Dramatic.
Maybe post-traumatic stress syndrome?
Not even close.
Down syndrome? So, yeah, I mean, there's literally a bomb under the feet. As soon as he gets the key, you're like, so that's going to be a thing. And, yeah, that's the climax of the movie. And it's built up, it's built up, it's built up. It's like, hey, something, shit's going to hit the fan eventually. Yeah. And it didn't live up to...
Oh, my God, you're a tough audience, man. I thought
it didn't impact the film, in my opinion, though.
I looked this up. No, the guy drank. No, he didn't call it Sterno. Mm-hmm. But the scientist did.
Yeah.
It's extremely toxic. It's a type of alcohol.
Small town living, bro.
But that's what kept him from dying, if you remember.
Because it brought his blood pH.
Acidity, yeah.
To a certain level.
And then the baby was the opposite.
Yeah.
Because she had whatever.
It was crying so much, yeah. It was a little... I was going to call it a bitch baby.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
I think it's rude to say that about a baby, though. They really can't control
Some of them kind of deserve it, though.
Yeah. I'm sure that baby grew up to be, like, president, probably. So, I liked it. And apparently, the, like, scientific...
Dramatic irony, I got that right. That's exactly what it is. The significance of a character's words or actions are clear to the audience or reader, although unknown to the character. So, that was close enough. I get a point.
Yeah, I give you a point.
I got a point. You don't have.
I liked when they went into the town itself.
And they were cutting, and then it was all dry blood.
Sand. That was everything about it super good. Good effects with the bodies in the town. The actual set when they went to the space station. I'm calling it space station. The decontamination zone.
Well, it was just like a shit. I mean, like a wooden building, right? Didn't it?
The shed, at top, and then they go down an elevator. Yeah, it's just a super good idea.
I would think that, I mean, that exists for secret installations.
People think this is like the Area 51 movie.
Oh.
I mean, it is an alien, there's science fiction elements to it.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, sorry. I started to cut you off. They made this super, they kept referring to this again and again. One of the instances was on a chalkboard where one of the scientists is lecturing. They're like, it was a cartoon of a scientist looking in a microscope. There's this amobus blob, and it has...
Wait, to say that word again.
Amobus?
I'm not sure what word you're trying to say. I think I kind of... Go ahead, it doesn't matter.
I don't know what
Amorphous?
Amorphous, maybe, okay. Yeah. That says, take me to your leader. But he's looking through the microscope, so he can't see it's trying to communicate with him. And then there's another illusion when they're like looking at it at first through the microscope, that essentially, if you like, sometimes with scientists, you look too closely at stuff and just miss the bigger picture. I don't know if that was just like commentating on the ending when it's like they almost completely fucked this up. Yeah. And yet he's like, hey, we proved ourselves. We proved our necessity. If it wasn't for us, this would have never... It's like they almost put the world in danger by studying it in the first place, whereas had they left it alone, it would have...
taken care of itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if that all was just commentating on the ending, or if there was actually something deeper. Like, I felt like... I don't know, when they were looking at the sample, like, maybe... Were you, like, missing something? You know, was it not even the green thing that's really the alien? Mm-hmm. Like, was it the speck that the green thing's on, or something else? Like, were all those people in the town... Probably not that, but am I missing something big? Like, that I should be catching, and I couldn't find it immediately online.
Well, probably not then. I mean, I'm not saying, you know.
I mean, my media literacy is, like, good at times, and other times, like, I feel...
I mean, they don't want to make it so unobvious that...
No one gets it, yeah. But people who have watched that film, like, first of all, let us know what were your thoughts. But
many of you haven't, but I would suggest... Because...
Me too.
Very, very... I don't know. It just seemed like classier than anything that would probably be made today. I think because there was very good acting.
I agree. I think if it got made today,
Because there's a dialogue and a plot.
there's I can't put my finger on it, but something about it being filmed in that time period, it just makes it feel more classic. I guess maybe it aged. It's like a fine wine in a way.
It may be, remember we were talking about Technicolor and stuff like that. Now, I don't remember specifically, but sometimes those films had a more a more vibrant
Yeah.
colorization and so forth. And I don't know if that one did or not. I can't remember.
I
There's some
would
westerns that I've
wager,
seen
yeah.
that you're like, oh my god, this is like, it's
Yeah.
like the film's alive.
And that definitely helped it because my mental picture, if they did it today in digital, it's like now you have to invest an insane amount of money for it to even rival this, which it definitely cost a pretty penny to make, but what, 10 million for the time, we'll say, like that's like what, times 8 to get to today's currency.
It's only 80 million. I bet you a movie like that would cost. Well, no, maybe.
No, I'm just saying like $1 in
Yeah.
1971 would be $8 today.
Okay, yeah.
I can put an inflation calc. It's probably 10.
Yeah.
100 million. I think you'd have to, dude. You'd be surprised how much movies cost
I know.
nowadays. Like,
Hey, speaking of, and I'm cutting you off here. I just read
I
about...
do that enough to you, so you owe me one.
More than one. But I was reading about Snow White.
Okay.
And,
Big fan.
yeah, huge fan. Listen,
That's coming out soon.
it's coming out next week, I think. So,
Oh,
and they were
boy.
talking about, like, normally you would expect, under normal circumstances, this to be, like, inviting press from around the world and having and I guess the, like, initial premiere or whatever, first step, whatever they do for a movie premiere was just no one. They'd invited no one to this
Just
thing.
family and friends.
Pretty much. And not like that, I didn't realize
Like
this.
a high school football game. Only the parents are
All
in the
the parents
stands.
show up. Zellweger has talked a lot about Palestine and so forth. The thing is...
It's not Zellweger. Is it?
Zegler.
Zegler. Yeah, Zellweger's a different actress.
Shut up! We know. We don't
Well,
care.
you don't want to put bad on...
Nobody cares about her anyway. Listen, so Zegler, who's been... I mean, she's been political about a lot of things, but in his Palestine thing, she has been. But the thing about it is Gail Godot was in the IDF.
I know.
She was I mean, no, they all have to.
Yeah,
be.
it's
She's
mandatory
Israeli.
service, but how many women have had to serve
Well,
in the world?
Well, yeah, in the world, you're right.
Like 1%?
Yeah. But obviously she's probably pretty pro-Israel, and these two are co-stars.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean...
You think she would have had a more nuanced take after working
just don't
with...
talk about it until
know.
the movie comes out.
Or, I mean, if you're
Come
going to
on.
choose a topic, choose something a little more polarizing. Let's be provocative, actually.
So many darn things you could get... I mean, look, your co-star's Israeli. For like a couple months, do you think you could shut the F up about the Palestinian thing? Just until the movie premieres, and then you can go do anything you want,
Yeah.
Anyway, that was something I brought. But they said it's gonna...
And she didn't even have, like, the based take of, like... Yeah, she didn't have a based take. She had a cucky take, which makes her icky.
She is kind of icky.
Yeah,
I've seen her times she looked attractive. Other times, not so much.
She kind of looks like a gingerbread man that gets deformed facially.
That's exactly what I thought. Sometimes she's attractive. Other times, was she in West Side? She was in West Side Story, I think, right?
That's what I've heard. That's what the
Well,
rumors
you watched
are.
it.
No, I haven't. I haven't watched any of
You
them.
taped it. You're gonna watch it later.
That's Steven Spielberg, though, I think.
I don't care. It's awful. It's stupid. Nobody
Who
wants to see
is
it. Jewish?
Jewish.
Yeah, I know. It always
So you
comes
think
back
she
to the
would?
Jews.
You think she would have some like decorum?
Renee? Is that her name? Renee?
Rachel.
Rachel?
Yeah,
Shut the
you're
fuck
getting
up.
her mixed up with Renee Zellweger.
Zellweger, yeah.
Who never did a bad thing to anyone, by the way. Andromeda Strain. What do you rate it?
I love it. I say 4. That's a 4.
Yeah, I give it a 4 as well.